horrible cough that I just had as well.
Yeah.
Anyway,
40 minutes?
I know. I was done.
Yes, my brother! That was good.
Yeah,
Guys,
yeah.
if you enjoy our conversation, life on the plate, life relationship, life story, make sure to drop a subscription, like, share, and comment.
And you didn't introduce me.
I didn't. This is my good friend. I call him Dave, but his full name, not full name, but his name is Farhan. Well, you can introduce yourself.
Well, thank you. My name is Farhan Ali.
There we go. About them.
Okay, you know that restaurant that you sometimes do your slavery at?
Yes.
Yeah, no, on a level though. But what's the menu like? Does it change often?
At the moment, it's quite Chateaubriand.
Chateaubriand.
Yeah, beautiful piece of steak. What's the other one on the bone? Is that Chateaubriand?
There's Chateaubriand, and then there is tomahawk.
Chateaubriand.
Yeah, as long as you don't have all that other carbohydrate crap, I think. Yeah.
Definitely.
Even to the extent of, you know, sometimes people like pepper sauce with their steak.
Yeah.
I just like salt and pepper on mine. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of salt on the side.
Yeah.
So I can just dip it in.
Yes.
Beautiful.
You're a man of great caliber.
You know what steak I would love to have?
Yeah.
You know, is it Japanese?
Or Wagyu.
Wagyu.
Wow.
It's so expensive though.
Yeah.
Proper expensive.
But you know why it's expensive? It's basically
If I can treat the cows like babies.
no, in reality, you think they treat them like babies, but basically they're pent up, they're cooped up cows that don't move. They don't move at all. So all that, everything they eat isn't being used as energy and expended. So they go through a problem called metabolic syndrome. And metabolic syndrome is metabolics. Metabolics is when someone is talking some next level bullshit to you.
Metabolics.
Next level bollocks, then it takes you into the realm of the next world. This is some interstellar metabolics. No, but going back, metabolic syndrome is when the body stops, using up fat, storing fat, burning fat, all that stuff. Anyway, going back to Wagyu, Wagyu is nice. Yeah, but there's a lot of fake Wagyu out there. A lot of fake Wagyu.
Yeah, I wouldn't know because I haven't tasted it yet, so I wouldn't have anything palate-wise to compare it to.
Yeah, I've had it.
Compared to the real thing, or
yeah. Wagyu comes from the Japanese word cow and Japanese.
So basically Japanese cow.
Japanese cow.
Okay.
Japanese
Makes
cow.
sense.
But the weird thing is, it's not even a bloody cow; it's a bull that you eat.
Or well, I guess it's the same. Like one of the next one is Angus.
Aberdeen Angus.
But weirdly enough, it doesn't come from Aberdeen.
No,
It's from Australia. Is it Australia?
no, Aberdeen Angus.
Or New Zealand?
No, Aberdeen Angus comes from Scotland.
Yeah, but it's when people buy it,
Yeah.
it's not from there
I know.
because they actually brought that sort of animal. I think it's Australia.
Yeah. No, it's not.
It is.
No.
We're gonna have to research it.
I eat my meats, bro.
No, you bloody don't.
I beat my meat regularly.
Sorry about that, guys.
The person who beats his meat knows about his metabolics. I go, that's a porn film. Porn section.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This is a family trope.
When you watch Channel 4 after 10 o'clock in the 90s. Yes.
Is it Channel 4 or Channel 5?
No, Channel 4 in the 90s used to have a lot
After
of...
10 o'clock.
After 10 o'clock.
Very raunchy.
Raunchy. No, Aberdeen Angus comes from Scotland, but what happens is that Aberdeen Angus has been exported throughout the world.
Yeah.
Other countries breed at a larger scale. So yes, you are right. A lot of it comes
Thank you!
Ben, fluffing hell, let me You're right, but you're semi-right. It's like a semi. So this is all about, you're a semi-right, beating your meat about metabolics. It's, guys, ladies and gentlemen, cool cats and cool kittens, we have just entered the gutter zone. This is worse than the danger zone.
Guys, listen. You can either switch off or continue to watch.
Or you could just get off.
Yes.
But you know what kind of stuff do they give with the steak?
Yeah, you get your chips, you get your sauce. That's it. And then if you want any extra side, like any greens, salad, or
And how much are we talking for a Chateaubriand? £25? £35?
yeah, like that. But the one for two is like, I think it's like 50 something pounds, because you get a drink and stuff with it as well.
Ah, so it's like a plat de complete.
So you get a bottle of Malbec,
Mm.
but it's the hotel brand.
Mm. Okay, is it French or is it Australian French? Ah.
It's French cuisine mixed with obviously British, because you got your burgers on there.
You know, when you worked at this place, Andy, we're going to ask you some more questions. Well, I
Anyway, to dive in too much into my work, I don't want to talk about my work. Oh, okay.
I was ebbing on.
Sorry, you was effing on.
Ebbing.
Ebbing.
To ebb the conversation along, Andy, you know, we have seen you give us the news, you have updated us, you inform us, you educate us, and most definitely entertain us. I mean, this is Pound Shop BBC we have here. I think Lord Reith would be proud of Andrew Lawrence, or to many of us, he's also Lord Lawrence, and to me, he's Little Lawrence. So little Lord Lawrence has his own little BBC podcast that he does called Life on a Plate. But as we've done, you tell us stories and news about around the world, what's going on, what's in the news, what's happening locally, nationally, internationally as well, and you give us your opinion. Today, you know what? Let's talk about you. I want to know. I want to know about you. Knowing me, knowing you. Aha.
Guys, it's only gonna get worse from here. Yes.
So, you know, I remember earlier on we were just talking, you know, before the audience joined us, we were just talking about, you know, certain aspects of work that you did, and, you know, talking about the menu. But, you know, let's talk about the menu of your life whilst you were there.
And a little segue.
Yeah, I've been practicing. And, you know, what has the life been on your plate? What did you experience? Who did you meet? And basically, tell us about your experience at the time, who you met, and let's take it forward from there.
Ooh, where should I start? Probably at the beginning, maybe. So basically, in 2009, 2010, I met this beautiful young lady. So, going back to the beginning, we worked together. Funnily enough, let's back up just a little bit. When she actually came to the hotel restaurant I was actually working, she came in for the interview. I saw her, I sat her down, gave her a bottle of water. Then I went to get the manager and I went, oh, you're 11 o'clock is here or something like that for interview. And I went, okay, just sit her down and offer her some water and coffee. I says, already done.
Yeah.
So as he was walking past the bar to go over to her, I stopped and I said, listen, make sure you employ her because she's my wife. And I never really thought much of it. It just came out. And
so were you prognosticating at that point?
You promised me.
I did promise. So, you know, before we had this good conversation, he did say, try not to use big words. And then I said, dear boy, don't use big words. I just
explain your approximating.
Yeah, prognosticating. So profiting. You prophesized.
Yeah.
You were a pound shop Nostradamus.
Okay.
There was something inside of you that knew that.
Yeah.
There was something that you knew. You captured your eye, the glint of your eye caught it, and you knew. Carry on, and you said, okay, the employer, she's gonna be my wife.
So over time, there was all the guys at the hotel was hitting on her. This beautiful girl. What did you say? I'm just going to say Chinese. I'm not going to put the category of Chinese. So all these guys were sitting in there, and I'm always the one who kind of comes in and say, "Come on, guys, just leave her alone. Let you do a job."
Rooster blocking, we would say.
Yeah, rooster blocking.
We tend to use euphemisms here, so
Yes.
rooster blocking.
So then after a while, when we all get to know each other, we all plan a night out. So we all went out to one of our local clubs and was having a good time. Everybody was drinking, laughing. So she decided to go to the bathroom. But before that, she was very playful. So what happened is people was there with their drink, and she would pick up these little gravels that was in the plant pot and put in their drinks, but she never put it in mine. So that kind of subconsciously triggers something. It's like, oh, she's protecting me, but she's fuck about with the others. Pardon my French. So anyway, she went to the toilet, I went to the bar, and from the corner of my eye, I saw her coming back down the stairs. So I turn around, continue ordering my drink, and as I about to turn around to ask her what she wants to drink, our lips just met, and that was our first kiss.
If I was an emotional man, I'd think that was beautiful. As a man who's a man's man, I think, yeah, good on you, mate. Your two lips met.
Yes.
Yes.
And I kind of turned back to the bar, continue ordering my drink, and in my head I'm like, what just happened? You know, it was almost as if it was too much of like a fairy tale at that point. You know, as I turn around and then that happened.
Okay, no, let's stop. Okay, we're at the bar.
Yeah.
She's come down. You're looking the other way. You turn around. Your lips meet. So let's break this down. So physically, your lips met. Okay. Then, what did you instantly feel at that moment? What was the instant feeling?
Wow. It was just too many feelings going on.
Okay.
At
What
that point.
stands out?
I think what stands out the most was that I've actually managed to kiss such a beautiful girl, somebody that I've always thought maybe was out of my league.
Okay, so the first one was, you couldn't believe your look, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, now you've turned back around, you've gone to the bar, like you said, and what was the second emotion? Now this is, so first one is instant, and now you're rationalizing. So all these things are going on, and it's like the beginning of an orchestra, and everything is dying down, and the flutes are coming in. You could hear the semblance of a melody coming through. What was that melody that came through? So what did you start rationalizing, like started making more sense?
Do you know what, to like put it out there and be honest, at the time I was with someone, and that relationship was what's the word? Falling apart.
Oh,
deteriorating.
That sounds like something you sprayed.
DTT.
Yeah, DTTT. You mean deteriorating?
Yeah.
Yes,
that word.
I understand.
That word. So that was in my head at the same time, thinking, because I didn't want to do that to the girl I was with. But at the same time, that moment, I feel like that's where my life started.
Okay.
So I think I already knew my life wasn't going to be with the other person. But at that instant, with that kiss and that orchestra going on in my head,
and
I knew when that orchestra becomes louder
and there
and
is a
start
melody
building,
through.
I knew she was going to be the one moving forward.
So the fourth emotion I understand is that you realize that the previous relationship was over and that you had actually moved on. So, but there was not strings attached, but there was complications.
Yeah.
Because life has complications, yeah, or as we call it, complexities. Yeah, not complications, but there's a lot of complexities that go on in life and in relationships, where you stand, where you don't stand. but there was no guilt, because I think from what I hear in previous conversations
Yeah.
as well, that it was all done but not said at that point.
Yeah,
Would I be
more or
correct?
less. Yeah.
Yeah, it was all done, not said, and the final vows hadn't been disavowed at that point.
Yeah.
So wonderful. Now we've got to that point. Let's move forward a little bit.
Okay.
So we've had those 4 emotions go through your head. Okay, and now tell us, how did the next following days go, following weeks go, and then I'll ask more questions.
Well, I think from there, from the bar, we kind of realized, we like each other. And I'm sure she knew before, with the way I was protecting her at work and everything. So we left the group. We left the group together and went off to another bar on our own, where we were able to let loose, drink, talk, and party with each other.